Just had a message come through and I wanted to share it with the collective. If this resonates, you'll know it. If it doesn't, just click off. But you've had someone in your past that you have spent a lot of time healing from. You have done a lot of inner work and you were forced to handle your pain and your sorrow alone. Um, this person keeps popping up in your mind and you don't understand why, because it's literally been years for most of you. And you know in your heart of hearts you're over this person, that you don't want to repeat cycles with this person. You don't want to be with this person ever again. But yet, after all this time, they pop up in your mind. And what you need to know is they're thinking about you. They are sitting in huge regret. They know that you were the best thing that ever happened to them. And this doesn't have to be a sexual relationship. This could be a platonic relationship. This could be multiple people in your life that have wronged you and hurt you and you've had to walk away from. They're all regretting it now. They all see you now for who you truly are. They all know now that all the mud they slung at you, it just ricocheted back to them, because your character speaks for itself. People have watched you pull yourself up out of things that would have just destroyed most people. They've watched you not give up. They've watched you go through devastating losses and having to walk away from things and giving things up, and how you have risen above all of that and have kept your head held high, and you've made a way for yourself. Even in the darkest of the times, you have made a way for yourself. And you've inspired people by doing this. You don't even know how many people you have touched just from watching you and watching your life. And they don't even know all of it. That's the thing. They don't know how bad it really got. And they don't know how hard you've cried. They don't know how weak you felt at times, because all they see is this strong person that just keeps on going, this resilient person that just keeps fighting and keeps swinging and keeps coming back up out of things that, like I said, would have destroyed most people. They don't understand how you can do it, but they admire the heck out of you. Even your biggest haters have to admire you and your resilience. And honestly, they're scared to death of you because they don't know what to think about you. They don't know what to do with you. They thought that they would defeat you. They thought they would crush you. But all they did was make you find your inner strength. All they did was make you go inward. All they did was bring your healing to the surface, because you literally broke generational curses when you walked away from all of this. When you got away from those people, when you refused to settle, when you refused to put up with what they were trying to throw at you, you broke the curse. And you didn't just break it for you, you literally broke it for your future generations and your past generations. They're all cheering right now because they know how hard you have fought, and they know what you just came through. And they did see everything. The people that are watching you in the 3D, they have no clue what you really went through, what you're still going through, what you're still overcoming. But that's just it. You're an overcomer. And you are going to win. You are going to win. Your life is getting ready to change. I know right now it seems like, how is this going to happen? You know, you've been questioning spirit. You're still keeping your faith, but a little bit of doubt started to creep in because you've been vigilant and you have followed your intuition to a degree. I gotta bust your chops a little bit on this, because you have fought your intuition still, even though you know in your heart of hearts what's right and what's wrong. And your inner guidance has guided you out of so many things in the past, but it doesn't have to be in chaos mode for that to happen. You've got to tune in at all times. You're really good at tuning in when there's something chaotic in your life going on and when you need guidance. You're really good at tuning in. But when you're in the daily grind of life, sometimes you just tune it out. And we all need a break. I totally understand. And guys, when I listen to this video after I speak it, It's literally like my higher self talking to me, because this is a message I need to hear for myself, and I am going to go back and listen to this. But you've been tuning out the world so much that you're tuning everything out. And you've got to start tuning back into spirit, and you've got to start believing again, because at one point you were just following your inner guidance, and you were just following what spirit said to you, and you got so far. You got so far with so little. And it was a miracle back then what you ended up with, but it wasn't permanent. It was just a test. It was a stepping stone. It was a lesson. You learned from that. Even though you lost it, you didn't really lose anything. It's going to be totally coming back to you in a different form, in a different way, in a much better way. And when it comes back to you, you're going to know exactly what to do, and you're not going to squander it, and you're not going to give it away to the wrong people. You're not going to help the wrong people. You know now the only people you can help are those that are already helping themselves, and the only one that you can save is you. But you're going to have the resources to help people. You're going to have the resources to help yourself. You're going to finish your healing. You're going to get so serious about your healing, and then you're going to share that with people. You already have to a degree, but you're going to go to the next level. And when you do, you're going to touch so many lives. And that's why you're here. You're here on a mission, and you're going to get the resources to fulfill that mission. You've just got a few more things to close out, and a lot of it is mental. You have got to get to that space in your head where you know you deserve it. You have got to get to that space in your head where you know that you're being rewarded and that it's spirit giving it to you. There's nothing evil about it. That's all a program that money is the greatest evil, and greed is the greatest evil, and you're not greedy. You're going to share, but like I said, you're going to share with the right people. You're not going to give it to people that squander it. And when this comes to you, invest it wisely. Set it up so that it's for future generations too, not just you, and not just your current generation, generations to come. Look into that. There's no excuse now. You can ask AI anything. And literally, I know people are against AI, but here's the thing. You either use it as a tool or you fear it and it ends up taking over. I am very selective now on how I use it, because it does take resources. But it is a tool. And I'm going to tell you, it can access information faster than we can, even using Google. So whatever method you want to use, look into how to set up generational wealth, and that's not going to resonate with everybody, because some of you guys are still going to sabotage yourself. Some of you guys are still going to have that poverty mindset, and some of you guys are still going to make yourself go through these lessons that you feel like you still need. Even though you've already passed it, you're going to repeat some cycles. Some of you are. But some of us are going to the next level, and some of us are going to fulfill what we've been called to do. So now's the time. Finish cleaning out your temple. Finish cleaning out your space. Get rid of things that you don't use. If you haven't worn it in the last 6 months, toss it. Get rid of it. Donate it. Do whatever. But get rid of the clutter. It's time. That's the message, guys. I love y'all. Do something really loving for yourself. Be kind to yourself. And forgive yourself so that you can go to this next level. Namaste.